to the card mat. As I'm just going to walk you through on this one. Very nice effect. It can be done using 2 double backers, which would be my preferred way of doing it. It can be done with just the 1 double backer, which is just as good, or it can be done with none. It can be done impromptu, and we'll get onto them in a bit. If you want to do it with 2 double backers, start off, well, the way I'd start off is put them on the bottom. Now you want your spectator to pick, well, you need 2 cards selecting. So do this because you're going to need to do a force in a bit. So try and make everything the same. I've shown this force on the previous video and got some nice reports. Anyway, you break a little chunk off the bottom and you peel card after card off the top till your spectator says stop. Okay, you've stopped at that card. Push it forward. You carry on peeling cards off the top until the second spectator decides that they want to say stop. Oh yeah, so they want that card. Got carried away with myself there. Why didn't somebody tell me? Poke me with a brush. You take the 2 cards out and you'll give them to the spectators. If you want to, you can give them a pen and say squiggle your name on there. I won't bother. You can tell I'm not cheating you, but why waste a pack of cards just on a tutorial? You know what I mean? While they're doing what they're doing with them, all you're going to do is casually shuffle the packet. So you shuffle your 2 double backers up to the top of the packet. So they're now sitting high and mighty on top. You can catch a break underneath them. So you've got a pinky break underneath your 2 double backers. They've finished doing whatever they're doing to the cards. Pick one up, square it on top of the pack, pick your one up and overhang it a bit. Make sure that it covers this bottom corner because you're going to get a little bit of discrepancy there on your double. So you put that on so it just covers that over a bit. Then you go come in to the break and you're going to flip. Slide it down the pack so it keeps this edge nice and square. Slide them down the pack, flip them over and take the top 2 cards, which are now your double backers, and without showing them the front, which isn't a front, say I'll put your cards in my pocket, boomf, and put them in your pocket so that they can still see them and see that there's 2 cards, right? Don't put them on the table because they're going to have a tendency to grab for them in a minute. You've now got their 2 cards on the top of the packet, signed. You do that same move you've done before, but this time you're going to be forcing their cards. So you slide the top card off, come back, pick it up in a thumb break, slide the next card off, come back, pick that up in a second thumb break as you take the next one. So you've got a big mess going on down the bottom, and you keep on taking cards off till your spectator says stop, and then you drop the top card, the bottom card onto there and push it forward. You do the same thing again with the second spectator, waiting for him to tell you to stop, and you drop that card down and push that forward, put that on, get your packet a bit squarer. But instead of pulling them out this time, just fan them and turn it over and let them see the signatures. And then go into something like, you know, how strange it is that them cards are actually in this packet when they're actually in my pocket, sort of thing. And as you're saying that, you know, how strange it is that these cards, you're just going to do that nice little move to get these 2 cards to the top. So as you're turning your hand, you're just going to push it in on a bit of an angle so your thumb can catch the top corner. You're going to pinch at this corner with your first finger and this bottom corner with your thumb. So you've got a pinch on that packet. You're just going to let your thumb slide down the packet a bit on this side. Your little finger will naturally get caught up at the back of them 2 cards as your thumb slides down. You're then just going to kick it out with these 2 fingers so they clear the pack. Pinch with your first finger. You can let go with them 2 if you want, well, you're going to have to because this card's going to bend now. You pinch with your little finger at the bottom and your first finger at the top. You'll pull it back a bit, then you just bend it out so it clears the packet, pull it up, all as your hand is still moving in that direction to square them up on top of the packet. So now you're just going to control their two cards, which were in the middle, they seen, they're now up on the top. You get a pinky break underneath the two cards. You then pull these two cards out your pocket. These cards have been in my pocket all the time. Put them square on the packet. Flip it over. Take the two cards off. Let them get examined. Turn the packet over. Now this is a nice little one, this. Turn the packet over. Get a break on them two cards. Bink, bink. Your two double backers. Pull them back into your hand. Hold them back in your hand while you're holding the packet, while they're examining them. Have a look at the packet, see if you can see anything wrong with that. And while they're examining that, they're going into your trouser pocket or down the drain or whatever. But they're getting lost. So there's no evidence. Everything can be completely checked. If you only want to use one double backer, turn a top card over. Put your double backer on the top. You've got your break under it. That card will go on square, that one will go there. You can flip it over and you can take the two cards away, turn them that way and put them in your pocket. Only one of them is a double backer. The only problem with that, there's the two cards we were using. The only problem with it is you can't spread. You can't start off with them on the bottom because it's a bit strange. You're going to see a face-up card getting shuffled to the top before it gets covered quickly. No, you can't do it. It's got to start off on the top, and you can only get your spectator to select a card like that, basically, because you can't show that card. So when it comes to the next part where you're forcing the card, alright, they've gone and picked them two cards. They've gone on top of the packet. Them two have gone in my pocket. They've gone on top of, they're on top of the packet. You've then got to force them to, you can now, yeah, well, you can force them any way you like, I suppose. It's done because they're in your pocket. If you don't want to use a double backer, you can just, again, turn the top card facing up. Normal card on the top. Only problems with this one is you'll put your card on, you'll put it on, you'll flip it over. Now your second card is face up, so you've got to be very careful getting these two cards up, and you cannot split them this way because they're going to see a pip. You can only split them that way, and you do need to split them to prove there's two cards, but you can't split too far. If you split too far, they'll notice that there's no red, there's no colour, so you can only push just under the width of the border, shall we say, so they can see it's two cards, and then they go in your pocket again very carefully without the cards moving around in your hand as you know that fiddling about. So you do really need to pro handling, shall we say, for that one. So the easiest one basically is with the two double backers. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and get off now. I hope you enjoyed that anyway. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.